The rock music community is mourning the death of Tommy DeCarlo, the longtime lead vocalist of the classic rock band Boston, who died on March 9, 2026, at the age of 60 after battling brain cancer. His passing has prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans and musicians who remember him not only for his powerful voice, but also for one of the most remarkable fantastar stories in rock music history. Please subscribe, like, and share for more updates. Thanks. DeCarlo's family confirmed that the singer had been diagnosed with brain cancer in September 2025. Despite undergoing treatment in the months that followed, he remained positive and grateful for support he received from family, friends, and fans around the world. According to family members, he passed away peacefully surrounded by loved ones after a courageous fight with the disease. Born on April 23, 1965, in Utica, New York, DeCarlo grew up with a deep love for rock music, particularly the sound of Boston. The band had achieved massive success in the 1970s and 1980s with hits such as More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, and Don't Look Back. DeCarlo was one of countless fans inspired by the soaring vocals of Boston's original singer Brad Delp and the songwriting of band founder Tom Scholz. For much of his early adult life, DeCarlo lived a relatively ordinary life outside the spotlight. He worked as a credit manager at a Home Depot store in the Charlotte, North Carolina area while raising his family. Music remained a passion, but it was something he pursued mostly at home and in small settings, singing Boston songs and other classic rock favorites. Everything changed in 2007 after the tragic death of Brad Delp. As a tribute to the singer who had inspired him for decades, DeCarlo began recording cover versions of Boston songs and posting them online on the then popular social media platform MySpace. His recordings quickly attracted attention among Boston fans who were surprised by how closely his voice resembled Delp's distinctive sound. Eventually, those recordings reached Tom Scholz himself. Impressed by DeCarlo's vocal ability and his clear passion for music, Scholz contacted him and invited him to perform at a tribute concert honoring Brad Delp. For DeCarlo, it was an unbelievable opportunity, a lifelong fan being asked to sing for the very band he had admired since childhood. The performance proved to be a turning point. DeCarlo's voice captured the spirit of Boston's classic sound, and the audience response was overwhelmingly positive. Soon after, Scholz invited him to join Boston as one of the band's lead vocalists. What began as a tribute performance quickly evolved into a full-time musical career. By 2008, DeCarlo had officially become a touring singer with Boston. Over the following years, he performed with the band across North America and internationally, helping bring Boston's legendary catalog to new generations of fans. His ability to recreate the band's signature high-energy vocals on stage earned him respect among longtime listeners who valued the authenticity of the performances. DeCarlo also contributed vocals to Boston's 2013 studio album, Life, Love, and Hope, which marked the band's first album in more than a decade. The project allowed him to record with a group whose music had shaped his life, further solidifying his unlikely journey from devoted fan to professional rock singer. Outside of Boston, DeCarlo remained active in music through various projects. One of his most personal collaborations was the band DeCarlo, which he formed with his son, Tommy DeCarlo Jr. Together they released music and performed live, blending classic rock influences with modern sounds. DeCarlo often spoke about how meaningful it was to share the stage and studio with his son. Friends and colleagues frequently described DeCarlo as humble, approachable, and deeply grateful for the opportunities he had been given. Even after achieving international recognition with Boston, he often reminded fans that he had once been just like them, someone who loved the band's music and dreamed of singing those songs. Following news of his death, tributes began pouring in from fans across social media, many reflecting on how inspiring his story was. For aspiring musicians, DeCarlo represented the idea that passion and dedication could sometimes lead to extraordinary opportunities. His family remembered him not only as a talented performer, but also as a devoted husband and father. He is survived by his wife Annie and their children, including Tommy Jr. and Talia, who have shared emotional messages honoring his life and legacy. For Boston fans, DeCarlo's story will always stand out as one of the most remarkable chapters in the band's long history. A fan who recorded tribute songs at home ultimately became the voice, helping carry the band's music to audiences around the world. Although his life ended far too soon, Tommy DeCarlo left behind a legacy defined by perseverance, gratitude, and a lifelong love of music. His voice will continue to live on through Boston's performances and recordings, and his extraordinary journey from fan to frontman will remain one of rock music's most inspiring stories.